Hey guys, this is Steve, Realtor with Kentucky Real Estate Professionals, and today I'm going to be discussing the top banks for loan sales in 2024 and which ones offer the best options for assistance payment programs for first-time home buyers and other options that are available there. So, first thing I want to do is I want to go over the top 10 banks that actually were the loan sales winners nationally. A quick glance over the top of 5 of those top banks from the winners of those loan sales and the assistance payment programs they offer for first-time home buyers. So let's dive in. Now, before I forget, this information can be found on AmericanBanker.com. That list, I will provide that particular winners and losers lists. There are 10 winners and 10 there's 10 winners and 10 losers on the list of the American Banker website for where people are basically, and what that basically means from a loan sales perspective is there are 10 banks that have lost loan sales where people nationally are moving away from them and towards the winners. So I'm only going to focus on the winners list today, going from number 10 to number 1. And then from there, like I said, I'm going to focus on the top 5 banks and the assistance payment programs that they offer to first-time home buyers and how that could benefit you. Number 10, Luminate Bank. 9, Key Bank. 8, Federal Savings Bank. 7, we know these guys, Wells Fargo. 6, Huntington Bank. 5, Morgan Stanley. 4, PNC. 3, Square. 2, Hilltop Securities, and 1, my guys over at US Bank. All right, now moving over to the top 5 banks and the assistance programs that they offer. The first one that came up on the list from a priority standpoint was Key Bank. Now, Key Bank provides the Neighbors First Credit. It's a special purpose credit program that offers $5,000 towards closing costs and other prepaids for eligible properties. So KeyBank offers a 0.25% interest rate discount for clients who actually bank with them or set up a automatic payment checking account. As of March 17th, they actually had a 30-year fixed mortgage that stands at 6.625% with an APR of 6.7% for clients in Alaska. Now, if you're in Alaska and you're watching this is something to take into consideration, is that KeyBank offers a 30-year fixed mortgage at 6.7% in your state. Now, moving forward into PNC Bank is number 2. PNC Bank has a closing cost grant of up to $5,000 for qualifying borrowers, which can actually cut down on those closing cost expenses. If you've ever seen a closing cost list, these are all the applicable title searches, going through the appraisal process, all these other elements that are basically closing cost based, but they add up on the back end when you are closing. They also provide a low 3% down payment option without PMI, private mortgage insurance. A lot of people who go in through the process of an FHA loan an FHA loan would become familiarized with PMI if you're paying less than 10% down. Conventional and FHA loans, they have PMI, private mortgage insurance. So if you're below 10%, this is basically an insurance for your lender to kind of back up just in case of possibility to default. You're more or less paying into the PMI unless you pay more than 10%. It makes homeownership, this 3% down payment option actually makes homeownership way more accessible for first-time home buyers. All right, number 3 on the list is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is now offering various loan options suitable for first-time home buyers, including conventional loan with down payments as low as 3%. They also provide down payment assistance programs. Number 4 on the list, my guys over at US Bank. I do a lot of banking with US Bank, so I always go, I'm always pretty excited when US Bank pops up on my list. US Bank is actually providing conventional loans with down payments as low as 3%, including FHA and VA loans. They also participate in payment assistance programs for first-time home buyers. So something else to keep in mind, US Bank, conventional loans, 3% down, FHA, VA loans, assistance programs. So take a look at US Bank. I will also provide links down below, so just so I don't forget to say that. Number 5 on the list. This one was new on my radar. They've existed, I mean, they've existed for a while, but they were a little bit newer on my radar. And thanks to American Banker, they piqued my radar, even though they're number 10 on the list. Illuminate Bank focuses on educating first-time homebuyers about the mortgage process. They offer guidance in the pre-qualification and the necessary documentation, of course, aiming to make the home buying journey approachable and transparent with a real big focus on the educational side. So for me, Illuminate Bank, obviously I had to start talking with a lender over there, just kind of communicating with them and seeing, you know, what their ideology was. And they had the supporting documentation that proved to me that they really are interested in making sure people understand the entire process. Other institutions, Morgan Stanley and Hilltop Securities are more prominent financial institutions, but they focus more on investment banking and wealth management services, more so than mortgage lending for homeownership. And Square, as I mentioned, they're more focused on payment processing than mortgage products. So kind of to wrap this all around, among the banks listed, KeyBank and PNC stand out for their substantial closing cost assistance programs and favorable loan terms tailored to first-time home buyers, whereas Wells Fargo and US Bank also offer competitive options and rates and participation payment assistance programs. It's like, I almost don't know how to say payment assistance programs. But it's really advisable that if you're taking a look at any of these banks for your particular mortgage, just see what they have available, and you know, if you are in need of a payment assistance program, ask about what the payment assistance program is. As well, you know, double check, always ask. Everybody's circumstance is different, so talk to call up KeyBank, call up Illuminate Bank, call up Wells Fargo, call up US. Talk with somebody in the mortgage lending department, right? Talk with somebody in that department and see if you can set up a meeting with them to discuss your particular situation, and if 3% down conventional mortgage assistance is best for you, or if an FHA, or if you're a veteran, the VA program. You know, always call up your lender and determine what options are best for you. Don't be afraid to shop around. And if you have questions on the back end, don't be afraid to call or email myself. My information is provided. And to wrap up, all the links for all the relative banks with the payment assistance programs and of course American Banker will be located below or in the description. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day. And take a look at those mortgage options. There is going to be something out there for you. So thank you.